r/AskReddit, which profession gets the most hate just for doing their job? Veterinarians. There's a reason they have one of the highest suicide rates in a profession. They are burnt out, people always expecting more and more. But wait, they are only in it for the money and not animals. I've worked for vets with poor bedside manner, but the interest of the pet was always priority. And yes, mistakes get made, we are human. I just feel there's this unreasonable expectation put on them. Think a large part of their job is to put down pets. I mean, that must really F up their mind. Social workers, they don't exist just to destroy your family and take your kids. As an adult daughter of 2 retired social workers, they're happy, and they have absolutely brutal humor. You're correct. It's always telling. When people act like their kids were just taken out of nowhere, and it's like, it has to get pretty awful before a social worker even gets involved. I used to work as a barista in a well-known coffee shop chain, and I had grown-ass adults hate my guts because I made their special drink wrong. Most of us are just trying to get by in life, man. LOL. I don't understand how people have the gall to be so rude to a service worker, honestly, even if an order is messed up. We're all human and everyone makes mistakes. Customer service reps at airports. We get all the hate for simply enforcing the airline's stupid rules. But my issue here isn't enforcing the rules, it's the inconsistency in enforcing the rules. Things that are fine with Agent A at Airport X are all of a sudden an issue with Agent B at Airport Y coming home. Or one agent says they can't possibly do anything for you, and you try someone else and magically now there's 4 seats free on that other flight. Teachers. This was too far down. Lots of people take shit for just doing their jobs, but it's a whole nother level for teachers. Fortunately, kids and teens are generally pretty fun, and I'm really good at blocking assholery from my reality. Cashiers. I promise they don't set the prices. Everyone hates a lawyer until they need one. Fast food workers. Definitely road workers. Everyone hates traffic jams, but without these guys those roads will be in extremely poor condition. I don't blame the workers. I blame the contract that allows them to milk the job. Private infrastructure is built 10x faster than public infrastructure. I also see a lot of complaints about road workers all standing around one guy working, but that's because usually only one person can do the task at a time, and so they're there to swap in or start the next part as quickly as possible, because they're trying to make the inconvenience shorter. Referees. Waiters and waitresses. I've always said everyone should have to work either retail or service industry at least once in their life. Holy shit, do people think it's fine and dandy to be shit to a waitress? Tax collectors, parking wardens, lots of government employees. Lawyers, they get ragged on, until you're in a bind and need one. I worked at a gas station back in high school. So many people found it appropriate to blame me for the gas prices. Listen, if I could control the gas prices, I sure as shit wouldn't be standing at the counter of a gas station at 10 p.m. on a Friday night. Lawyer here, can confirm. Trash man. They're looked down on as dirty and uneducated, but they do a hard job that is absolutely critical to our public health. It's also very dangerous, especially in a densely populated city. Lots of stuff gets thrown away carelessly, like used needles and hot beverages, that could seriously harm the person who has to handle the trash. And driving a bin truck is an entire skill unto itself. Not in my city. Sanitation is such a coveted job, there's a waiting list for it. I don't know about the most, but any rule-making and enforcing profession. I'm an engineer and the rules are there so you make it home tonight and your town stays nice, even if there is a shortcut that only might possibly get you and your whole town killed or poisoned. Teachers. Boy, people hate teachers now. Referee. IRS. Anyone who's actually worked with them and isn't actively trying to commit tax fraud should realize they're incredibly reasonable and actually trying to help you get to whatever the right answer is. Mechanic. Sorry, I didn't break your car, I'm just telling you what's wrong with it. And it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. You tell the customer stuff is wrong with their car, you get screamed at for trying to rip them off. But if you didn't say anything and the vehicle failed, you'd get screamed at for not catching that when they had it in. Most retail work. I once had a lady wait outside the store for almost 2 hours when I worked customer service at a toy store just to tell me how I ruined her kid's birthday by not giving her a popular toy that we were sold out of. Lady, I don't control our inventory. Parking enforcement / meter maids. In college I worked for the university parking department writing parking tickets. People hated us for that, but if they had any idea how much we all slacked off on the job they would have thanked us. I spent most of my time on the clock playing spades with my boss and co-workers, and when I did work I would tow law students parked in the fire lane in front of the law school. We were bad about ticketing repeat offenders in memorable cars though. Teachers. The amount of abuse they put up with from parents and students just for doing their job is insane, then have administrators who refuse to back them up and enforce behavior expectations for students. And the political conversation in this country around teaching and education is so toxic right now. I got out after 13 years and there is zero chance I'd ever go back with things the way they are now. Defense lawyers. Nurses. Complain about your job all you want, but for other professions the chances of having a full urinal thrown at your head are a lot lower. Throwing a urinal at you while actively jerking off and yelling that they want med/food/speak with someone else $1 million, etc. Tow truck drivers. It's deserved though, maybe, probably, I don't know. Depends entirely. There's a difference between a tow truck driver just doing their job and the scum-sucking shitbags that lie in reports and tow legally parked cars in order to get that. This is what inspired this question. There's been issues of illegally parking at our breakfast spot and the staff thinks they are just out to get innocent people. There's a reason those aren't parking spots, Sarah. Retail. Imagine that, she didn't blame herself until waiting until the last minute. Customer support. Where your capabilities are judged on your ability to help someone while they are cursing you. Customer support, the poop shield for the company hire UPS. Trucker here. People go absolutely apeshit at the very idea that I have a lower speed limit than they do and actually have to obey it. People risk death every day to not be behind a truck for even a few seconds. 10 years over the road and 0 accidents, but the number of close calls has been in the thousands. I don't mind that. The only thing that pisses me off is when one trucker passes another going like a half mile an hour faster and blocks both lanes for like 20 miles. Hello everyone. Thanks for sticking to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to humbly ask you to subscribe to the channel. According to my statistics, 100% of my viewers in the past 28 days are not subscribed. I have always wanted this channel to reach 1000 subscribers, and if you want to support and be a part of that, subscribe. It's free and it's an awesome way to support the channel. Thanks again, Reddit glitch out.